council meeting for Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Please stand for a pledge of allegiance.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Reagan.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Present.
Councilmember Falk.
Present.
Councilmember Neubauer.
Present.
Mayor Escapol.
Present. At this time, I'd like to make a presentation to one of our local businessmen and his wife. She's not here tonight, but I'm sure he'd be more than happy to come. Step up here, would you, Jimmy? Jimmy Green and his wife are the ones that did the front hall out here. And I think they've done an outstanding job. They purchased the Christmas tree, decorated it. Everything you see out there, him and his wife did. And I thought it was only appropriate that we give you a certificate of appreciation, Jimmy. And what this certificate says is for bringing the festive spirit to Tombstone, consider as a contribution to the decoration and beautiful display located in our visitor center, Cheltenham Mall. Your dedication to enhancing holiday experience for our community and visitors during Tombstone's Wild West Christmas tour went above and beyond. Next item is call of the public ARS 38-431.01 authorizes but does not mandate the city council to make an open call to the public during a public meeting subject to reasonable time, place, manner restrictions, and to allow individuals to address the public body on any issue within the jurisdiction of the public body. The time will be limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Those wishing to address the public body shall limit his or her remarks to issues within the jurisdiction of the public body. However, this forum shall not be used for making personal attacks or discussing personal issues directed to any individual member of the city council or city employees. Anyone like to speak at call of the public? All right.
Hi, Kim Pierce, 1201 Allen Street. I emailed the council and the mayor asking about the possibility of potentially redistricting our city, as I'm in Ward 4 and we have about twice as many people as the rest of the wards. I would like to say thank you to Councilmember Reagan, Councilmember Falk, and the city for saying they're going to look into this. I know it's not going to be easy, and it may not be possible, but I'm really happy that it's something you're exploring. Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, we'll close the public.
Mayor.
I'm sorry. Oh, I got you behind the camera. I didn't know you were over here.
Good evening, council members and Mayor Escapol and citizens. Last month, I forgot to mention that the Halloween activities in this town were amazing. Thank you, Clarissa, for all your hard work. Forgive us for not thanking you at that time. You did a great job, you and your committee, and thank you to the city for putting all that together. It was really, really nice. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, anybody else? Oh, going once, going twice. All right, we'll close the call of the public and we'll move on to the fire chief's report. The chief will report on November 1st, 2023 to November 30th, 2023.
Good evening, council, mayor, citizens. For the report for November, fire department Department responded on 59 calls for service, of which 2 were fire calls, 45 were EMS calls, and out of the 45, over half were ALS, Advanced Life Support calls. And out of that, 42 of the 45 went to a higher level of service, meaning either a trauma center or an ICU. Tombstone Fire Department responded on 1 rescue call requiring the jaws of life and 2 hazmat calls. Fire Department also responded to 9 assist the public calls, 3 of which were working with Tombstone Marshals, and we also had out of that 4 snake removal calls, and I can't wait for that to go down to 0 during the cold weather that's coming in. So neither can my firefighters. So yeah, the critical responses, the one thing I did want to bring up was on November 29th, the fire department responded to a structure fire at the Boot Hill neighborhood area involving a manufactured home. When our units arrived, smoke and fire, flames had enveloped the front door and the front window. Our firefighters were able to mount an initial attack and gain entry where the fire was able to be knocked down in the front room, the kitchen, and the hallway. We discovered that 2 cats were not breathing, and efforts were made to help with our dog and cat resuscitation equipment that we have. However, sadly, the efforts were unsuccessful. From the time of dispatch, which I feel like is important for our community, to the time that we put water on the flames and we made initial entry was 4 minutes. So even though we were successful in saving the structure, 2 rooms out of the 2 rooms we managed to save completely from any kind of smoke, water, or fire damage. But unfortunately, the structure was ruled to be unlivable at that time. We called the Red Cross to help the family with any kind of assistance. Fortunately, the assistance was short-term and limited, and it's one of the things that I'm working with the Red Cross to see if they can return to 10 years ago, where they made commitments for at least a 7-day hotel stay for folks that were burned out of their homes. So we'll see how that goes in the future. In our month of November, there were no loss of life. Going back to the fire, there was no human injuries and no human loss of life. For our city, our response times for the fire department, the month averaged 5.4 minutes in the city proper, and 6.9 minutes outside the city. And once again, the fire department is responsible in the county plan for 216 square miles, not just inside the city proper. That's my report. Is there any questions?
Very good report.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we'll have the next item is the marketing director's report on October 10th, 2023 to November 20th. Sorry, 30th. Where's she at?
All right.
Oh,
All right. Well, last month I missed the council meeting, so this is kind of a little longer report than normal. First, I want to say thank you to Kathy and Jimmy Green for the beautiful decor that you guys did and giving us a 12-foot tree for Shepard Hall. Shepard Hall, I've never seen it this beautiful besides Christmas ball. So this was such a great gesture, and also we did the visitor center for our visitors to see the warmth of Christmas here in Tombstone. So thank you, Jimmy. Also, if you look around the room, you'll notice that there are some really cute artwork around, and that was provided by Walter J. Meyer, first grade class, Maribel Gonzalez. She was a personal friend of mine, and I called her up. I said, you know what we need is a little bit of children's artwork. So they created the iconic rings here, garland, and then we have their stuff everywhere. And actually, I didn't know this was a student in the class, but we have great-grandpa Escobar here with his granddaughter Olivia, and then Mr. Neubauer's granddaughter. So her artwork is actually here, not knowing the connection. So I love to have our youth here. Okay, so in October, Discover Tombstone sponsored the Barry Corbin one-man show here at Shefflin Hall. We sold 160 tickets, and the hall holds 200, so we did pretty well there. So I want to thank Gordon Anderson for being the Masters of Ceremonies that night. He did a great job with Q&A with the fans. Thank you to the Monument Ranch for hosting the Corbin's lodging and providing them with an Old West experience during their stay. I also want to thank the Crystal Palace for comping all the meals for the Corbins, and for the Oriental Saloon for comping the autograph space for Barry to meet fans and also sign autographs for free. And the Eldorado Committee also comped the entry fee of the parade, and having Barry ride in the same coach as the Eldorado Parade Grand Marshal, which was Gordon Anderson, was a treat for him since they're friends. I do want to say that before the Corbins left that Sunday, they mentioned to me that they'll never forget the hospitality at Tombstone. And he's like, Chris, I'm not saying that just because you're paying me. He's like, it is the best. I've traveled all over the world, done shows, and Tombstone was amazing. They'll never forget it. And what I can tell you is, because we presented them the proclamation of Barry Corbin Day for October 21st, and also gave him the key to the city, he said nobody has ever done that for him. And to make it pride and special for all our council to be there was just heartwarming for him. And so Tombstone left a great impression on him, and this year we got a Christmas card from him. So, and he still keeps in touch with some of our employees that help him out, and he just can't stop talking about Tombstone and can't wait to come back to be just a visitor. So I just want to thank everybody and the fans that came, and what I liked about Barry was he stayed till almost 10 o'clock that night to sign autographs, and just loved every bit of it. I want to thank the Eldorado Committee that was a great Eldorado. I want to thank Tammy Jo Wilkins from the committee for being the face of Tombstone during the live news shots from Channel 13. During Eldorado Days, she went everywhere and dressed, period clothing, and did a fantastic job for us at marketing. Discover Tombstone also sponsored the 2-day bull riding event at Shootout